Oh, y'all didn't talk about your boy. I knew he was gonna try to get us off the air.
Who?
You're not slick. You
talking
running defense.
Who?
Dave Chappelle.
Where's the video though? Like, does the video come out?
Video ain't
I'll
out.
be right back. You get that set up. I'll be
Leave, about to leave. Like, he don't want to.
I gotta leave. You're right. I got. You bring up Chappelle. I got.
Yeah.
So did that video come out yet though? Because I'm still looking for
the video. I've only read
I had one clip.
The reports and quotes, and then I read his media team and their responses, and they basically responded with a joke. And Dave Chappelle has responded saying it was a nightmare he's facing. No, he said he was never even in Boston. What are you talking about? When they went to his media guy, I don't know, his PR guy, they were like, what do you have to say about Dave Chappelle's comments on Israel-Palestine? He was like, in Boston. And he's like, what are you talking about? I was never in Boston. And so then the right-wing media actually took it as an actual statement when it was just a dismissive statement. They were like, oh, Dave Chappelle denies he was even in Boston. Dave Chappelle with more lies. So, but here's what I think is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Chappelle cultivated a very particular, this is what my issue with Dave Chappelle is. He's a fence rider because he had a progressive audience coming out with the Chappelle Show and his defiance of Hollywood, or the mythological. I think it's a mythological defiance of Hollywood, and him being so principled, he's willing to walk away from $50 million. So there was this mythology built up around Dave Chappelle as a principled guy who would stand up to the forces of injustice and whoop, 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 whoop. And then just as he had his reemergence and his return to the public arena with coming on SNL and having that soft ass sell on doing a soft sell with Trump, saying let's all give Trump a chance, and then just totally becoming a right-wing darling essentially, and taking the right side of the culture wars. So he went from having a more progressive audience to having a more right-wing audience being appealed to by right-wing audiences. And then he goes and takes another leftist position, which is a weak, I wouldn't even say leftist, but liberal position. So Dave Chappelle keeps trying to weave between these two worlds and then ends up, in basically ideological, political limbo, while still riding off a 20-year-old myth about his integrity and his stances. Okay, we done talking about Chappelle, so I guess.
No, I was just waiting. I thought I was waiting. I first I wanted to ask, for clarity's sake, what is? Let's clear up what was he said to say, and then you're saying, because when I saw those clips of what he was saying, what he was said to have said in his show about Palestine, he didn't say them at all.
Well, that's another thing, because the video wasn't released, and now he's,
because I know they said that they take your phones, so you can't. There's no recording. Right. That was part of
on Instagram.
Everybody was saying we're hearing it secondhand from people who were in there.
On Instagram, audience members.
On Instagram, I do have a clip of the end where it shows that he was.
Back up a little bit from your mic. This is coming in way too. Okay. It's a little hard. Okay. It's a little bit too much. Back up just a little bit. Just a little bit, not too far. Now you too far, but just a little bit. Sorry about that.
Pause.
At the end of the clip, he's saying,
"Hold on."
Pause. Pause.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, man. Everybody, to the universe. Oh my God. I'm sorry. That was hilarious. I did. It's too. It's a mess. It's a mess. Oh man. Okay, my bad. Kichi, go ahead, man.
No, what I was saying was on the clip, somebody record. I guess the phones are up, but somebody phone record him responding and apologizing for talking back to the audience because he was saying like he brought this Negro bought tickets to my show and he's telling me to shut up. So the story coincides with the video. So I'm actually, I think that it actually happened. It seems like it actually happened based off of that video, because what he described in the post, the person who was at the show, he described that moment, and then there's a small clip of Dave Chappelle in that moment, saying
It's in
that,
here.
No. That's what Diallo was saying in terms of Dave Chappelle say it never happened. But
Okay, what clip are you talking about where he could be heard?
so there's a clip on my Instagram that shows that, and I can't get to the link because I'm on. So I have to be.
All right, hold on real
video.
quick. All right, hold on real quick. But okay, all right, just real quick. Let me just read this part. Right now I'm in trouble because the Jewish community is upset, Chappelle said in his North Carolina show, according to the New York Times. But I cannot express this enough. No matter what you read about that show in Boston, you will never see quotation marks. Well, you will never see quotation marks around anything I said. They don't know what I said.
Well, what I'm reading in the most updated, apparently this is from the Chappelle interview after that he stated that someone in the audience yelled "Free Palestine." He didn't say "Free Palestine." Someone in the audience yelled "Free Palestine," and he told the lady to calm down and stop that shit. And then he said, "What's happening in Israel is a nightmare. What's happening in Palestine is a nightmare." So he basically both sided the issue, like, oh, it's just bad all around. Oh, pray for everyone involved. That type of position from what I've read.
All right, well, this is Geechee's.
Go ahead.
Oh, hold on.
I'm sorry, I got offended because that guy told me to shut the fuck up. This nigga bought a ticket to my show and said, shut the fuck up.
What was that? That was it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There was only a small clip of him saying that, but in this statement that the guy who at the show was making, that's what happened. Like he ended up cursing the guy out, telling him shut up. But the point was, what the guy was saying was that was after him talking about Free Palestine and all the other stuff. So maybe that guy made up something.
It was said that he said "Free Palestine," but now they're saying that an audience member yelled out "Free Palestine," and Dave Chappelle actually told her to fall back on that. So, which to me sounds more consistent. But again, I think it's funny because, like I said, I've always concluded that he's in this type of twist because he has tried. I said that he's a fence rider between the left and the right progress, and I think he has an unearned reputation of being a principled or a progressive voice. And so it's funny that he finds himself in the dilemma that say, okay, here's an opportunity for you to flex your or to stand on your reputation as a man who walked away from $50 million because you're your principle, the man who never put on a dress but literally did put on a dress, the man who hangs out with
when did he put on a dress? He put on a dress? I'm sorry.
I know you went to check in with the Chappelle fan club.
Yeah, one of his.
I did. I ran downstairs just to make sure I was on proper footing. But I honestly don't remember.
Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Men in Tights was in that one.
In Tights.
So, no, but I'm not defending him politically. I think I don't have any disagreements with what you're saying. And I was thinking that the 50 million he walked away from, he walked back into,
exactly
60 plus,
into 80 million
or 80. Yeah. And as such, I think has walked away. I think so. To make to the point I was making about Killer Mike, and I would make about myself and any of us, to the extent that all of us are outside a principled radical political organization, our methodology is flawed. And when it starts, the more we move away from that, the more we can be pulled into all these other areas. So there's that. I'm not at all confused or surprised, I should say, maybe disappointed a little bit that he could have all the nominal tough talk in defense of Kanye. He could go on SNL and push the limits about what you could say about Jews on SNL. But here's, as to your point, a perfect moment to say, yo, you can't put quotes around me on what you heard about that. Oh, there goes the thumb. What you heard about that show in Boston. But here's something you can put quotes around: free Palestine, end the occupation, etc.
Right. But he ain't said it.
Nope.
He ain't said it,
Nope.
and that's
not
why.
Not to my knowledge. No. Yep.
That was the only thing I was saying. I think he's a great comedian, but his politics are for shit. And
fair enough.
I think his reputation for having appropriate, progressive, or even anywhere left-leaning politics is undeserved. I think the myth and the legend of Chappelle is not consistent and accurate. So
and here to Diallo's point is the it doesn't show up any better than that, but here's the scene where he's in Robin Hood Men in Tights,
which isn't an issue until
he
went out and told that lie about how when he was in that movie with Martin Lawrence and they came and said put on a dress, and he took a stance and said, why I put on a dress is hacky and I refuse to wear the dress. And the black manosphere took Chappelle and was like, yeah, he's our guy. And can't deny his presence and influence that he has in the community. And what did he do with that presence and influence? Laid it at the foot of Elon Musk and Joe Rogan and other overtly right-wing reactionaries, and then he plays footsies with Black Star, Mos Def, and Talib Kweli, and then he's playing footsies with right-wingers, and so that always leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And I'm like, I just don't. My only thing is accuracy. That's my thing. Can we have an accurate assessment? And I can debate all day our opinions, but what we shouldn't debate are the verifiable facts. And so, I think that Chappelle deserves this, even though one could argue that he's being misquoted. And the big controversy. But like I said, when you ride the goddamn fence, when you try to play both sides, when you want to be the liberal progressive champion and the anti-Hollywood, man in the dress, anti cancel culture, anti-woke, you want to be everything to everybody, and this is how you get caught up when you don't take any real true stance on anything and you try to rock with everybody like your boy Cornel West,
who will be on the platform today at 4:00.
Yeah.
So come on back, everybody.
My brother.
So the guy who wrote that long statement. So on that video on Instagram, I had the little clips of the guy who said 22,000 people was there, and they was yelling "Free Palestine." And then the white lady wrote something to Boston Globe, said she felt attacked under pressure. So are we saying that Dave Chappelle is right and the white lady is right, and the other person lied about the Free Palestine chants that was happening?
I don't know, but I think Diallo's point, and I just want to highlight that, is that Chappelle could just very easily go on Instagram right now and say, "This is you're not going to get a quote from what happened at the show because I'm working on my routine. But here's what I think about Palestine," and then it's over. Do I believe that somebody shouted "Free Palestine" at the Chappelle show? Yeah. Do I feel that there would have been someone who would have felt attacked by that? Yeah. Do I think then Chappelle would have said something here or there more or less funny that wouldn't be properly quoted and attributed? Yeah. All of which could then again be cleared up right now very quickly with a 20-second Instagram post. Free Palestine and the occupation. I think that's 5 seconds.
Ain't no way a white lady lied.
No, that is also true. That is also true. So there you go. There you go.
Yeah. And you remember he said he didn't want to be a black leader because and the fact that I appreciated him saying he didn't. Dave Chappelle was seen as a black leader, respected as a black voice, a positive black voice, but he said he didn't want to be a black leader because King and Martin Luther King and Malcolm died penniless.
He did
and he
say
said
that.
there's no retirement plan. And I went quickly to look up a list of comedians who died penniless. And guess what? Way more comedians died penniless than black freedom fighters. So and you want to talk about the stats on early deaths or premature deaths for comedians versus activists? So that's some bullshit. And just I'm gonna y'all. Let me not say, my wife said stop saying y'all, but I'm a Midwesterner. Too many, the masses give way too many passes to Chappelle. And I just like, I ain't saying we got to throw Chappelle away, but we just got to put him in his proper place.
But I think
enjoy
that
the jokes and then put him back on the shelf.
I think that goes back to like the first thing about Caesar and your boy. What do we do with the celebrity worship?
Wait. You mean